Oh, is it working now? Let me make sure. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Sheshire, the Devil's Not So Funny Jester, currently talking to the body of my cat, Grim. And today, we're back doing some more art. Military Monday. Now, I'm just gonna finish setting up here, make sure we're live on every site, everything is going fine. Yes, we are. Okay, good. Let me just put out my tweet that we're live. And then we'll get to it drawing some VTubers. Now, what I think I have in store for today at least is we're gonna redo Smugglana from last week. I did like a little military sketch of her, but I recently sort of discovered a new way to do line art and draw and that sort of thing, so I really wanted to try it out. I think we'll do like a proper version of her, some other sketches, and then we might do some other people too. Okay, let me just finish putting out the post, and then I will set up the live recording. Okay. Link, there we go. Create a new post, and we just yada yada yada. Also, since I've had to redo everything for OBS, it is so much easier now. God, I like press the button, everything goes live, it works fine. Okay, I'm gonna put out the tweet, and then we're gonna be done, and then we'll get going with drawing the VTubers. Military Monday. You know, I'm kind of honestly a little bit glad that my OBS crashed, because that way I set it now where it's so much easier than beforehand. But yeah, hello, hopefully you're all doing well. Let me paste, okay. Twitch.tv/Sheshire and B. Okay. There we go, now let me set up the screen so you can see what we're drawing right now. Should take just 1 minute there. But hello, hopefully everyone's doing well on a fine Monday. Here where I am, it's not snowing nearly as much, so hopefully everyone's doing okay. And for the most part, those storms should have subsided. Okay. Start broadcast. There we go. Hello. iPad, you're gonna do your job? There we go. Oh, that was something else I was working on. Ignore this. That was the Valentine's Day art that I have planned. Okay. So what we're gonna do instead, we'll smuggle on a tab. And I'm just gonna save this to my images. Right. And this was a little like sketch, a little tiny doodle from last time, so we're just gonna save this and then we're gonna actually make it proper this time. Sure, I'll do PNG. Just save image, okay. Now we'll open up a new one. What size do I want? 5000 by 6.7. I never know what sizes I should be doing for these. That's fine, I guess. Now we'll get open our little reference. Let me pull up the old sketch of Miss Smugglana. And then I was thinking of some other people we can do as well. So Kitsu and Rosie, I'm always going to be doing drawings of them, so we can do more of that. Or I also had planned Amelie. We could do a military outfit for her. And then I had a recommendation for Kenji, the VTuber. We might or may not do him today. Do let me know if you have any recommendations, right? Today I'm just drawing military outfits. I'm just a big fan of military outfits, but Fridays, Fashion Friday, we'll be drawing all sorts of different outfits. That could be literally anything, so stick around till then. And then throughout the week I'll be working on some stuff. I have a couple of Valentine's Day art that I'm gonna be working on over the week, just because I want that finished, and then we're gonna be doing those two. I have one Amelie I'm making, and then one for somebody else, and I haven't decided yet. Okay, let me just make this a little bigger. discovered a new sketching technique, basically, and let me see if this works. It doesn't need to be precise, and then you sort of just clean it up as you go. And luckily, my iPad isn't going to fall over. I feel like every time I drop it or it goes flying or something, but this time I have it propped up properly. Not going to fly away from me. I'm going to shrink this. There we go, that's the neck. Some fluff from the coat. Okay, there we go. Now, I feel like I want to do a couple different sketches of Smuggle On, not just this one, sorry. So we're going to do this, and then I want to do a couple different poses as well. So this will just kind of be like a messy collage, sort of sketchy page. So I'm going to be experimenting with different stream times over the next week or so, because normally I stream either, you know, between 6 to 8 is when I start EST. But I mean, that's not always, you know, available to everyone, so. Maybe trying different times just to see. Erase that bit. What did I do? What the hell am I pressing? Okay. There we are. Oh, there was some kind of a gap there, so we're gonna redo that. Start to polish this a little bit. We'll just do a little bit as we go. Also, I don't know necessarily. I can change it. Let me know. Hopefully everyone can hear the music in the background. The volume is okay. I know that's been one of my goddamn struggles, is trying to make sure that it sounds alright, but do let me know. And also I can change the effects. I know that not everyone is necessarily interested in hearing the rain, especially because, you know, during the colder climates, a lot of people want to be hearing warmer sounds, you know, the more summer, fall, that sort of thing. I know rain can get a bit gloomy. For me, I've always enjoyed it, right? I don't know what it is, but just like rain, it motivates, you know, at least for me, but for some people it drains them. So do let me know. Push this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. See, this is sort of a trust the process method. You know, it may or may not look great at the beginning, but we're just gonna give it some time. Let it figure its life out. That was not a misspeak. You didn't hear that? Other end somewhere here. No, you know, I need to move that over a little bit, I think. The original was looking more a little bit to the left, maybe? Something like that. I might just erase that for now. We'll just leave the actual pupil mostly gone, and then we'll redo it later. Bit there. Erase this bit. I think I want to keep the face and expression relatively all the same. Sure. And I'll draw the other bit. Hair coming in like that. Okay. Did I just hear somebody yawn in the music? What the fuck was that noise? You know, I could have probably just traced this, but no. This is more involved. Yeah, tracing is cheating. I know it won't be exactly one-to-one, but I do want to try and get it relatively as close as possible. Erase that bit. Like that, there we go. No, the hair is not looking the same. Erase this a little bit at a time. Okay. Try that. There we go, it's blowing to the side a little bit, whatever. Warp this a little bit more. Thinking that actually might fix this just a little bit. redo the face like that. Restructure it. It's fine. Erase this again. It's okay. This will all look much better in a moment. And then what are the eyes looking like that? Now the eyes are looking somewhere like this. And I had the hands something like this. Some of that hair that is coming flying over the hand a little bit. Goes down like that. Your fur. Get rid of this eye because it's bothering me. Okay, you know what, let me take this whole thing, uniform, rotate it a little bit, we're gonna make it smaller. And then what I'm gonna do, go like this, and then I'm gonna insert the photo in the background, put on animation assist, and we're gonna trace it. Right, it's my own photo. We're going to add, and then that way I can get the proportions right, because I don't think what I'm doing right now is working. No, we're gonna go like that. I see. I understand now. Okay. I'm gonna trace this all a little bit. That's the fur there. This little arm pocket thing sticking out. Okay, that's a little bit of hair that's coming through, or peeking over, just like that. The other part of the neck, the hair is going to come through here, sweep like that. Maybe I redo the eyes a little bit. Smaller. Okay, I see. the eyebrows like that. Over here. That'll make sense now. Okay. Now the part that was really bugging me is the arm. So we're gonna do this first. Oh crap. This bit with the ear. Okay, that's fine. Normally when you push your hands through your hair like that, a decent amount of it is going to be visible. I'm going to have the fingers kind of poke out like this. And then there we go, that'll be the sleeve. And the rest of the arm that's poking out. It's always just like the angle on the arms and clothing and that sort of thing that's a pain. Something like this, I think. Erase this bit. Should be the sleeve. Okay, come on. Let's look properly. It's bending like a little weirdo right now. Okay, the rest of this should happen relatively quickly. Got a little button. Don't make the hair overextend too much. I see, that's the issue. So we're having it go out too much like that. That's where the ear would be. Erase the other bit of this, okay. And then just trace these last bits. Coat there. Okay. We can trace this bit. Trace that like so. Okay. Quickly trace the hair like this. Just show the rough shape, it doesn't really matter. Like that, there we go. Oh, I dropped my pen. Got it. There we are. Erase this bit. Do I make them smaller? Yeah, I do. Okay, we're gonna refine the eyes a little bit. There we go. And this way we can finish the rest of it. Okay. We need to focus. Trace this bit, and then we can go back to Coffee Overlord. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm doing alright, and yourself? We're just redoing a little sketch I did last week. I just want to trace it, and then we can get to actually drawing more. I'm just planning on doing some military outfits for a VTuber called Smugglana. Hopefully you're doing well. Tired as hell, but that's well, unfortunately. I'm just imagining you as like Garfield. Right? Just the Monday thing going. That's kind of how it always is, though, the beginning of the week. Mondays. But other than that, glad to hear you're doing alright. Here to distract you with the dulcet tones of my irritating voice. Just so you know, your mic is a bit quieter than your music. Okay, let me pick that up, thank you. Let's try that again. I've been trying to rebalance it lately, I don't know. Is this better? Testing. 1, 2. My computer reset all the audio settings recently when OBS crashed, so I don't know if this is properly set now. Okay, they're about the same now, so let me try this. If not, I can drop the music again. Much better? Okay, thank you so much. No, my OBS recently crashed because it automatically updated, right? And it wiped everything. All my settings, all my plugins, so I had to redo everything, and so my audio has been messed up ever since. But that's okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've learned never update it ever again. Turn all automatic updates off. I hate technology so much. And then before that, I realized I had noise cancellation on my computer audio, not on my microphone audio. Lucky you're not using OBS. Well, I'm not technologically savvy enough to know any other kind of broadcasting system, so this is the one I learned, and I'm sticking with it. Okay, there we are. So there's just a PlayStation and a chat on my... No, you know what? Whatever works for you, that's fine. I mean, I say I'm like spiritually 87. This was a little much for me. The amount of tutorials I had to look up. Hey, as long as it works, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think a lot of times a lot of these apps are overly complicated for no reason now. Like half of the settings no one will ever touch. But there needs to just be... So military for free? Yeah, I don't know, I'm just a big fan of military designs, that sort of thing, so decided I kind of want to dedicate a day of the week to just making military outfits for people. I have military Mondays and fashion Fridays, so I just, like doing designs. So Fridays I can do absolutely anything, right? I did like a punk emo-y one for two streamers, Kitsunero and Rosie Belmu 2 weeks ago. And then Mondays we'll pick random people and just do military outfits for them. Yeah, I don't know what it is, I just love a good military design. I think some of my favorite streamers, like Matara-Khan, has a great military outfit, and even like Zentreya had one recently, and I always just think like you can't really go wrong with a design like that. Let me erase this, what the hell am I doing? Right, yeah. Okay. Just finish this last bit of the gun, the holster, and then I can... My uniform today in a half militaristic organization was amazing. Is that like the name of a show or something, or your actual... My uniform today in a half militaristic organization. I need to look this up. Nope. Oh, you're talking like your actual self, probably. Sorry, I'm a bit stupid. Oh, okay, so we're doing some very mundane breathing equipment checks in your uniform of alright boys, put on your jacket and cross. I see. I mean, some jobs, it's funny because you don't do like, oh, sorry about that. Some things you'd like do absolutely nothing in a job and you have really, really crazy outfits, and other times it's like the most mundane uniforms and you have to do all sorts of crazy stuff. I know, at least for myself, back when, for the job I had, it was like a really basic uniform. It was essentially just like a shirt with the logo on it, but I mean, it feels better than just wearing whatever. I think a good uniform does an incredibly good job, right? Everybody needs some sort of a nice uniform. Could have at least kept the socks. See, I've never actually worn Crocs before. But I hear it depends on the person, because some really, really like them and some absolutely hate them. Today's training got a bit out of hand while doing them check. Right, doesn't it? Something always goes wrong, right? Something always gets out of hand. Do you ever have, like, normal days where nothing goes wrong? Because I feel like every job is always like that. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of scribble the rest of this, and then I can clean it up later anyways, because I just want to finish this up and then do the other sketches. Okay, that's fine. We'll get rid of that. There we go. So sorry, my VTube studio seems to be broken out of nowhere. One of your supervisors started talking about some reminding thing you can think of to remember to do the check correctly. And that went on for like 18... Great. Lovely. Like, there's always going to be that one person that goes too far or does something weird. I had one guy back at the place I used to work at, was like a really old man who was like super creepy towards everyone. We were like incredibly young children back at the time. Yeah, they always decide to just absolutely overshare for no reason. I had one time, actually, when I was probably 13 or 14 at the time working some retail job. This old guy I was working with, sorry, let me just redo my settings. He walked up out of nowhere, and he like picked up some random strap. And it was like a retail store, so it's like a bed strap or, you know, something to like attach stuff to. And he was just like, you know, back in my day, we used to wear these and blah, 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 or these are what women used to wear. And I was like, sir, I am 13. Why are you telling me about the straps you used to wear? We joke about that so much that Loki haven't laughed so hard since like 2020. Yeah, right? I mean, they're just kind of being weirdos. Sometimes they're just oblivious and they don't know that they're being weird, and other times I don't think they care, but as long as they're not harming anybody, then I just kind of let them do their own thing. Of course, for some reason, my cat is being difficult and I can't move it. Let me reset VTube Studio. God damn it, technology. Right, getting into training was also, yeah. Okay, let me... Hello? Cat, you gonna work? See, sometimes possessing my cat is a little bit difficult. The internet doesn't help. There we go. I'm back. Okay, let's just clean up this sketch now then. By clean up, I mean make it a little bit messier and then we can polish it from there. How long was this training going on for? It feels like, was this an all-day thing? Three-hour training. Oh dear God, that's... Oh, no. That's gross. I mean, at least it's not like a whole shift, but still, I would... That is an ungodly amount of time just to spend on training. Tell my father, like, yeah, any plan you had, we're going straight home. Yeah, if you're exhausted after a day of just crap like that, I absolutely understand. It's always the worst when you have to run errands after a long day of dealing with crap, and then you have 3 or 4 other things you have to do before you can go home. And by the time you get back, you just absolutely crash. Okay, let me erase this bit. We'll just redraw that. I was watching the RPMs just keep the climb, even with the 5th gear. Wow. That's crazy. Even what, the 5th gear too? Wow, I don't think I've. The old Maslov coal mine sure needs a new gearbox after I'm done with it. Wow. See, I don't drive like that for the most part. Like, I drive efficiently, right? I won't speed crazily, but I get there in time. I always get where I'm going in time, if that's. I value being on time. But I don't think I've ever gone to, like, the 5th gear is wild. Especially if the RPM is still going up after that. I feel like 1 to 2, maybe 3rd gear. It was an emergency. Okay, that makes sense. I'm just imagining now, that's crazy fast then. I don't think, no, never in my life have I ever seen a car in like 5th gear still climbing. Right, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Don't want you crapping all over the car. The gears are meant, I mean, I guess so if it's an older car, right? Have they actually gone up over the years, like the speed of the cars themselves? Because you would think that usually they're pretty standard across time, no? At least all the newer ones the past 5-10 years, they're pretty consistent. But I guess the car I drive is relatively new compared to like an old Mazda. As long as it gets you where you need to go anyways, right? That's another thing I don't understand, is buying like crazy expensive one. 1st gear, 0 to 25, 2nd gear, 25 to 60, 3rd, about 50 to 80. Okay. Interesting, that seems... Oh, is it a manual, not an automatic? This is making more sense. Fourth is about 100 and 5th is about 120. Okay, because I know of some... Oh, I see. I was going to say, even the ones that I know of, 1st and 2nd gear is like 80 to 120. That makes more sense. Okay, I was very much confused. I thought you were hitting 5th gear on an automatic transmission. I was going to say, what the... No. Okay, forgive me. This makes significantly much more sense. You know what, now we're going to take this, and we're just going to put her up in like the top corner here or something. fluff here. Okay. Now with the last of that, I think we'll just do some boots on the bottom, and then I'll do a couple other doodles of her. Trying to figure out the proportions on this. Feet should go to about here, probably. The crap box you call your own is about a 2004 Mazda 3. Oh, this is making sense now. I see. One of those cars that run in the family, or? Even with the gas pedal, that's gonna get me killed someday. Okay, now I'm a little bit worried. But I mean, cars are so crazy expensive. I bought one recently, a couple of years ago, and oh my god. Even to get something like that repaired is a couple grand easy. It's sensitive? You would think, how is it sensitive after still being that old? I feel like the old cars I drove back in the day, you'd have to like smash the pedal just to get it to move. A slight tap to the gas pedal in neutral means about 4 to 5 kilometer RP, 4 to 5,000 RPM. That's wild. When you like first buy a car, it's supposed to be sensitive, and then after that, it should ease into it. That's crazy for something that's like 22 years old. Back when I first had the newer car, I like pressed it once or twice and I almost flew out of the parking lot because it was so sensitive, but after like a year or two of having it, it's gone down significantly. The previous owner most certainly tampered with the gas pedal. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Or even installing like an aftermarket anything on it, it's gonna, yeah, that makes sense. The things people do with cars is wild. I knew somebody who put an aftermarket like track on, well, I guess like a tracker on the mileage, and it would actually lie or rewrite how many miles was on the car, so that when they sold it, it had like maybe like 100 kilometers, way less than what it actually did. And I know for the most part, like that's pretty common, and that's extremely legal too. But people do all sorts of crap to cars. Yeah, I haven't pushed the Mazda that much till today. Well, that's good. Hopefully aren't gonna have another accident for a while there, right? Let's pray that's a one and done issue. Like a 30-minute toilet break? Yeah, just to be certain, right? Actually, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's number one. Let's do something like in the trench or something, or I think her sitting like crouched with something. Or, you know, let me do it on a different layer. You are not getting anywhere near the station's toilets unless you have to, or on ship, yeah. In all fairness, you could get like a disease from half of those places. I know back at where I used to work, it was not the cleanest place at all. Especially out back, the amount of just like storage the owner had, where it was all rusted over and metal all over the place. Like you get tetanus trying to walk in the back room. Have to like knee up like that. Station's toilets are pretty clean, just I still wouldn't go there unless I have to. I mean, right. It's always more comfortable at home. Let me pull up some references here. Different poses. Let me see if there's anything. No. You know what, unless we'll do something maybe front facing. I mean, that was, even like not using most public places, I feel like it's pretty common. Like even if I go to a mall or something, or any kind of store, I would hate using it just because you don't know who else touched something. Okay. Just draw the guidelines, something like that. Doing what? Something like this, I think. Yeah, we'll have her like holding the gun, doing like a run or something like that. And I think we'll do like a close-up over here, maybe. You know who uses it? Usually the same three guys just having a damn rally race in there. Oh god. Or just that one MF doing his usual atomic. Oh yeah. There's always that one that smells like a corpse or some crap in there. Let me reset this. I don't know why it's choosing to be difficult today. Oh, give me 1 second. Why is this broken? I'm gonna have to reset this again. For some reason it doesn't want to cooperate, and I'm gonna have to kill somebody who was responsible for this. I'm the person responsible for this. Yeah, I don't think you want to know what he... Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's probably better that way. Some people astonish me. Gonna head off to sleep? No worries, take your time. See you later, take care. Okay, then we're gonna hold it like that. Have the arm out. Want something like this, maybe. Let me see, my VTube studio is gonna reset. Just give me 1 second. Dear God, VTube studio, please do your job for once. Like nothing ever wants to work. There we go. Okay. Ugh. That godforsaken program. Let's get back to this. Blue Mochi. Hello, nice to meet you. How you doing? I feel like I should also have a pose with her like this, and like the gun in the air like that. Maybe like sitting down. Glad to catch you live. We're just doing some drawings today. Love your art, thank you so much. I'm just doing some military sketches sort of thing. Is that your real cat? See, the name's Sheshire. I talk through the body of my cat. This is not my real cat. Well, technically I'm in hell, right? My cat's on Earth, and so I'm possessing the body of my cat Grim to stream right now, right? The Fugi to the right of me, you can see, that's what I actually look like. Can you be a mod, VTW? See, I don't think for now I'll do anything, but I'll keep you in mind just in case. We'll see if the need comes up or not. I think we're doing alright for now. Let me pull up a reference of her. Need to grab a reference. Smugglerana, where did you go? Okay, here we go. I have her hair swept. Yeah, we'll make the hair kind of blowing this way. That makes more sense if she's running. Dun, 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 dun. There we go, we'll just have some hair flowing like that. Also, hopefully the volume is better now. I know it should have been fixed earlier, and hopefully everything is still legible. I mean, hearable. Detectable? I don't know why I said legible. And if anybody else has any questions too, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to answer anything while we're doing art. Make this a little bit smaller. Roll some of these. Okay. Now, should I add like a helmet or something on her here? Or should I keep it the way it is? See if you like, what if I do, yeah, you know, let's add a helmet. And we'll have her ears pushed back a little bit. Have a hand like this. Da 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 da. That'll be, we'll do a straight line like that. Should be the barrel of the gun. Just erase the other bits. Sorry, I'm twisting the screen like crazy right now, and it is not probably helping y'all see. My apologies. Okay. And then I guess the other strand of hair will just be behind her. Varecchio, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Yes, we are in fact drawing. Good job. Military Monday, so we're just, you know, designing some outfits for some VTubers based on military. Sort of like a weekly thing. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, we'll have the barrel here. Something like that. The other bit poking out. Okay. It's the stock. Doing well, I'm glad. I'm doing alright, thanks. I mean, weather's, I think, as good as it's gonna get, and just drawn today, so I think we're doing very well. I mean, I am stuck in hell, but today's as good as it's gonna get down here. Okay, we'll have an arm like this. It's okay to be a little scribbly right now, we're just gonna refine it as it goes. And we'll do a base layer with all the colors, because I had the other sketch from earlier on here previously, that's from last week. It's like this little one that we redid, right? We'll color that later, I think, and then we'll add probably 2 or 3 other positions as well before. Where did Miss Smugglana go? There we go. 3 characters at a time. I mean, it's all the same person, right? Just doing different outfits and stuff, but I think at least maybe 3 for now, or I might add another layer and just do like a little person here, just kind of a fill in the page with sketches sort of thing. Yeah, usually Mondays and Wednesdays, I do Military Mondays and Fashion Fridays, sorry, and that's sort of just kind of really sketchy all over the place, but other times it'll actually be like a proper piece sort of thing. Like this is something for Valentine's Day I was working on, and that's more of just like a 1 character pose sort of a thing. I'll be working on that throughout the week. Sorry, let me go back to here. But for now we're just kind of doing some sketching all over the page, so yeah. Let's clean this up. A little bit more curved. Yeah. I think we'll add the last bit on the hair on this side. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. Do it curved like this. Have you been doing this for a long time? I wouldn't say necessarily. I've been doing them for a little bit here and there. I started streaming maybe like a couple months ago, but more regularly within the past month, I'd say, and just, you know, sketching here and there. But I've been doing art for a little bit, maybe like a couple years. We'll have the other strand go over, I'd say like this part of the face maybe, and not push out too much. There we go, let me erase that bit. Da, 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 da. No, I feel like the hairstyle just isn't making sense. We're gonna open that up and just kind of do it like this instead. Okay. Let's see. Is this working a little bit better? Don't really know. We're gonna erase this bit. Let me just do the face first, and then we can do the hair on top of it. I feel like we're not gonna be able to tell if the hair works or not until we have the face. Reframe this. Yeah. Lighten it up a little bit, and then we'll retrace it. Okay. The eyes will be along here. And then, let's see, the nose maybe like that. No, I'd say that's too forward. Something like this. An eye would be behind here, the other one. see, how is this? Here, sorry, let me move my arrow out of the way so we don't block the screen from y'all. The eyes a little bit bigger, maybe. Have some hair rushing past here too. Gonna have like a hat or something. Let me, let's see, maybe almost like an aviator cap. We're gonna have to hide her ears. Or, you know, maybe we won't have hair poking up the back. It'll be like shorter hair kept underneath the hat. Like that. Da, 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 da. Okay, we'll erase that little bit poking up the top. For hat, and then we'll have the aviator goggles. You say they're up here, or should I have them? Should I have like the hat tucked away? Almost. It wouldn't be as big as the front. Be probably bigger in the back. Give it some fluff, maybe. Or we can tie it. Maybe some straps around the chin. Something like that. How come you're drawing in brown when the character is in blue in the photo? See, I can actually change that. That's not too much of a concern. It's usually just brown because it meshes easier with skin tone. So let's say I add something, something like this. And we do just like a peachy pale color for the skin tone. The brown will just kind of go much more naturally with it. And then any areas that I want to be in blue afterward, I can go here and there's a setting. I only actually learned this recently, right? Normally it would have taken more time, but I can click on alpha lock. And that means that anything that I draw is only going to be touching what's already on the page. So I can take like a dark blue. And then that way I can pass it over the hair, or even the other areas that I want, and that'll turn those blue. And then I can keep the other liner on the skin brown and all that sort of thing, and it automatically will separate it afterwards. So it actually doesn't really matter what color I draw in. But I just, you know, usually keep it for the skin tone, because that's just going to be easier that way. Or I can make it way brighter, for like a much darker blue. Yeah, and it'll only go over that layer specifically. And I can change it later. It's actually a pretty handy tool. I don't use most of them on here, but that's one where I can actually change that relatively easily. Take off alpha lock. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. erase maybe some little bits and pieces here and start to carve it out. And it keeps the shades and all. Yeah. It's a really useful little thing. Okay, let me add. Let me go back to airbrushing. Sorry. Erase this bit. Yeah, it is. It's like one of the only features that I basically use on this thing. I mean, there's like tons and tons of settings of different like brightnesses and stuff and selections and that sort of thing, but I don't know how half of them work. Right? I'm like spiritually 87. I don't understand any of this technology, so. The one thing I do use is that like little masking tool sort of thing, and then that way I can just change the color if I need. But if you ask me to explain anything else, I will not be able to. Yeah, let me erase this. No, the nose isn't working. Let me look at another sketch and see what I did for that nose there. Fine, for some reason it's always the nose that gets me. Okay, this one, like the little smudge, okay. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna apply what we've just learned. Smudge. There we go, and I can kind of blur it a little bit. Okay, now that's relatively settled. We'll do the eyebrows, I think. I'll start to ease out kinks in this and thin out the lines a little bit. There we go. No. Let me draw the other eye first, and that's probably going to help with the perspective on this. Like that chin is way too far forward. Let's try that now. Erase this bit. Like room for the eye, it would probably be somewhere, what, like over here? Da, 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 da. Then we'll erase part of it because it's going to be covered anyways. It's okay if it looks a little goofy at first. We're just going to keep refining it and repositioning it till it makes a little bit more sense. it would be higher. Something like that. Da, 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 da. We'll erase this bit. And I'm just trying to figure out how much of the hair I want to be over the eye. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe that works a little bit better. We'll erase this, we'll clean this up. Then we'll redraw the eyebrow. Okay. And also do let me know if you want to change the music at all. We can have something maybe a little bit more upbeat or like jazzy. It's up to you. Or if people want the rain sounds gone, let me know as well, because it changes per person. Preference and all that. And also let me know if I'm too quiet or not loud enough. My OBS has been difficult these past couple of days. Okay, maybe push this eye a little bit more forward. And then that way we can push the other one a little bit. I have an eyebrow just maybe peeking out a little bit like this. Da, 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 da. Okay. And then we'll have this little aviator thing. Tie it off on the bottom. Like a little strand of hair sticking out there. Could lower the rain a bit, it would be nice. Okay. Let's do that then. Just give me... No, not that. Okay, let's drop the rain then. I know some people like it, some people don't, right? Especially during the winter, it kind of reminds them of that time. So let's get... There we go. Okay, there we go. A little bit less rain there. Try and distract you from the cold weather. I know at least where I am it's not too bad. The snow is relatively gone, but some places are probably still getting hit by it pretty hard. Okay, we'll have some peeking out here. Like, I know some people it does pretty much drain them, or it makes them feel tired, but it's funny, because usually really cold weather, I'm the type that enjoys it a lot, and I tons of family that absolutely hate it, so it just kind of depends on the person, but don't you worry about that. You just let me know and we'll change it for you. Okay, I think we might stop just a little bit for now. We can pick this up back later, maybe later on tonight or tomorrow. Just do some more sketching, but have to go right now, unfortunately. Let me see if anyone else is live and we can jump and raid into them. Let's see who's live. It's been nice watching. Well, thank you very much for coming, actually. I don't know if I can raid into anybody right now. You know what? I think we're just going to end that here for today. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll see you later. The name's Sheshire. Bye.